It's 2025, and I thought myself, if I had to start over an everyday carry, what are some things that I would carry specifically? I'm going to give you some suggestions for a couple of categories at a minimum that I have with me every single day: knife, flashlight, watch, wallet, keys. Those are the five minimums. Now, sometimes I carry more shit, less stuff, whatever. Not going to talk about all that stuff today, but we're going to give you some suggestions to try to help you get into this routine. Now, these are going to be some things that I've been testing out lately or I've had for quite a while. First, we're just going to talk about the crossbar lock that I recommend for most people. I just did a review on this a couple of weeks ago. This is now surpassed my suggestion in the past for the Civivi Yonder. This is the CJRB Maximal. I'm a big fan of this. Okay, this is using their proprietary steel, their AR RPM 9 blade steel. And the thing about this is the crossbar lock is accessible. It does have a stone wash finish on the blade, which helps hide scratches. The actual, whether you get the micarta or if you get the G10 or if you upgrade and get the carbon fiber scales, it feels good in the hand. The blade is a little bit less than 3 inches in length. It weighs 3 ounces. The pocket clip feels good. I have very few complaints about this. And then at $66 at full price, this knife just makes sense if you're trying to get away from using your kitchen scissors or the gas station knife to open up packages, cut zip ties, small little tasks like that. Once you get used to this, you're going to be able to open it in different ways. You may decide that you want to do reverse flicks or spidey flicks or whatever. This thing is a fun thing to learn to fidget with and use. And this is a good knife to learn to have that first knife for sharpening purposes. It often does drop down on sale for around the $50 mark. Check the links in the description. I may have discounts for you guys, or the pricing may be updated on the fly. Any of those links down below most likely are affiliate links. They don't cost you any extra money, but they do help the channel out. So let's just say, for instance, you like the crossbar, you want something a little bit different. Maybe you like some color swag. Now, I have a lot of button locks or liner locks that are accessed with a button. And one of my faves, at least most recently in the last 6 months, has been the CRKT. But specifically, we are talking about the Squid XM. Now, this here, I love the fact that they've taken this colorway and they brought it all the way over to the lanyard keep here. That's purple as well. The button release is purple. The G10 scales feel really good and textury and grippy. And it's still a very affordable price coming in from CRKT's Columbia River Knife and Tool. And I like the fact that they're trying to take a very, very popular design that's been out for years and they're continue to innovate. They're not just leaving the design the same. They still have the great thumb stud, a little bit of jimping on the back here. So if you get up on it and you need to use it, it's easy to do overall as well. If you're the type of person that you're trying to get into the everyday carry, you want something with a little bit more swag and colorways, this is an easy recommendation for me. I think it's built like a tank. They also have a really good warranty. You can also do the reverse flicks and spidey flicks. But if you just want a different type of lock or different option for you, this is a great recommendation. Either one of these two are going to be good for you. Sometimes the blade shape is something that's going to be different for you as well. Whereas you do have that aggressive drop down blade shape of the drop point for the CJRB Maximal. And you're getting closer to a spear, but still does have that slight drop, almost a clip, when it comes to the CRKT Squid XM. So either one of these two, easy recommendations for your first one. Let's just say you want a big knife, a large knife, a knife you could take outside. It's not going to be great outside, but it's going to be big. It's going to be good. Then I can recommend the full-size Praxis from Civivi. I've had this knife for a number of years. There's the mini Praxis, but if you want something big, beefy, you can do stupid stuff with. Stick it between the bark of a tree. Use it to pry something off of your truck. Then this is a knife I could recommend. Bucks, it's a liner lock. It's easy to use. It's a flipper. It has a nice stocky sound to it. And the thing about this knife is you can use it as tough as you want to, as hard as you want to. Because of the relatively low price of it, you're not going to feel bad about you beating it down and it's losing its coating and stuff like that. As you can see, mine is starting to get a little bit of wear and tear on it, but it does have some nice features on it. It does have the built-in lanyard hole, which is recessed if you want to throw some paracord or for some reason throw this thing on a keychain, which I wouldn't recommend, but maybe you want to attach it to a bag and let it dangle from a bag. That's something as well. It does have the pocket clip, which you could upgrade if you wanted to find a pocket clip that you don't, because I don't necessarily like this one that much because it is a little bit too strong, but nice flipper, easy to use. You can hand this to somebody that has no clue how to use a knife, and they'll be able to open it. They may not be able to close it because they don't know how a liner lock works, but they'll be able to open it. And that's an easy recommendation for me. Now, there's a lot of other recommendations that I've made in the past. These are the ones that I just kind of gravitate towards when I just want to beat up a knife, beat something up, and not overly worry about it. Now, we got to talk about watches. That brings me to the sponsor of today's video. This is Veer, and it's going to be their S3 Calendar Field White watch. This is the 36 millimeter variant. You can also get the 40 millimeter variant. The thing about the S3 Field White watch is Veer is coming in with a banger of a watch below $200. Now, let's just keep it real. Can you get a watch that is below $200 or even cheaper than this Field White watch? Yes. But will that watch have a screw down, lockdown crown? Will it have sapphire crystal? Will it have this high quality Japanese quartz movement? No, it won't. And that's why I like this watch specifically. I even have a discount code that can get you even 10% off this watch as long as that's still available down below. Now I've upgraded mine since I received it, but you still get initially, you get the tropical strap here, and you get a nice nylon strap that you can use and interchange this out. But it's a 20 millimeter strap, so that if you want to buy their upgraded strap, you can throw this on if you have an aftermarket, whatever, but it's a very easy upgrade. And that's one thing I like about this watch overall. This is a great everyday wear type of watch. If you want something that's more classic to the classic field watches of the World War II area, then I would recommend get the 36 millimeter. If you like a bigger face, if you have a bigger wrist, I would recommend that you get the 40 millimeter. Check the links in the description down below. Shout out to Veer for sponsoring today's video. Now, guys, you know I am a big proponent when it comes to not wearing smartwatches. I own a smartwatch. It's the Pixel Watch 3. I wear it to bed every night. I use it for sleep tracking. That's it. And if you must, I just showed you a great analog watch, but if you want something digital, okay, you just feel like in your brain you want something digital, get something with a banging battery life. Get something that's very durable, similar to the watch that I'm wearing today. This is the G-Shock. This is the GD 100B. This watch is kind of discontinued now, but the GD line still exists. And you can get a watch similar to this one for less than $100. If you're trying to figure out, am I going to wear a watch every day? Does it need to be a watch necessarily that has every feature on it? This is the thing about this watch. It has a beautifully, beautifully well-made dial, but it also has a very, very bright LEDs in it. So you can see this at night with no issues. It is a multi-city watch. So you can see the time for multiple cities by just pushing this button on the side. And so here I just went to Chicago, just went to New York. You can just switch easily between the different areas that you are. I like that. It has a stopwatch. It has an alarm. It although it's a lot of the watches made of plastic, they also incorporate metal in it as well. I feel like you're getting a really good deal for something like this. And the links down below, the most recent pricing I saw, something similar to this was like 61 bucks. That's a great deal. I've had this watch specifically for 4 years and I've never changed the battery. That just tells you how God tier the battery life is on these. If you just have a hankering for a digital watch, there you go. My 2 recommendations for you is going to be a G-Shock, but if you want an analog, I would recommend the Veer. Before we move on, if you're getting good content out of this video, hit the like button. I would appreciate that very, very much. Also, let me know, what knife did I miss out on earlier that I should have suggested with the comment down below, and subscribe. I would love to have you a part of the battalion. Now, let's talk about flashlights. I keep a flashlight on me daily. I'm testing a flashlight now that I can't show you. I want to show it to you. I want it to be a part of these recommendations, but I like to Scouts honor my embargoes. But I would tell you some flashlights that I would recommend that don't necessarily break the bank, and they easily go in and out the pocket, and that's going to make you actually want to carry the flashlight. The first one here is the Ace Beam. This is the Pocket Light AA. It comes with a rechargeable battery, but if that battery dies, you don't have your charger with you, you don't have your cord with you, you can just throw a AA battery in here and keep using the flashlight. Now, I have the Titanium 10th Anniversary Edition, which is overkill. It's $80. It feels good. I will say that. It works well. Great switch on the end. Easy to cycle through the different modes. I'll throw the specs on the screen for the top end modes and how many modes it has and the lumens and all that good stuff. But you can normally find these for less than 20 bucks. And so now you can put a flashlight in your pocket, figure out if you're even gonna like carrying a flashlight. X, why would I carry a flashlight in my everyday carry? Find something that falls underneath your vehicle. Find something that goes behind your couch or behind your bed. Illuminate some stairs while your wife is walking through a movie theater. Maybe illuminate as you walk from a restaurant or a bar that just closed to your vehicle itself. Flash to somebody that's trying to rob you. All sorts of different reasons. Just nice to have a flashlight on you at the go. Now, if you want something a little bit flat in design, you can always look at the Streamlight Wedge XT. My complaint about this was the initial release price. It does drop down in pricing every now and again, but it does have a high quality emitter on the front. And the emitter is what actually illuminates or turns on when you turn the flashlight on. And it does have two decent working modes. Great ergonomics on it. It's very small. It does come with the lanyard that's built in, which you can take off if you want to. The USB-C port is exposed, but I've never gotten anything in there, and it's easily to charge this thing. And it does have great ergonomics for putting in your hands and turning in different directions. So as much as I didn't like the XT, mainly because of the full price. But if you know that you're going to carry it every day, maybe you do pick it up for its normal price, whatever it might work for you. Let's just say you don't know if you want a flashlight in your pocket whatsoever. You don't like the pricing on either one of these. You can also take a look at the Phoenix. This is the EOS 3RV2. They just came out with a bigger version of this, but this is the type of light that you can put on your wife's keychain, your own keychain. Maybe try to see, is it going to be worth it for me to actually carry a flashlight? And that's what the purpose of having something like this is for. Now you're going to have a flashlight for all those same purposes I mentioned earlier, but now you have a small light to help you illuminate the actual deadbolt or the lock as you try to stick your key in and unlock it. Just to have a small flashlight here, and it illuminates around the light itself. You can use, it has different features for help you to regulate your breathing. A lot of stuff I never use, but it does have a lot of built-in features. Phoenix makes some of my favorite flashlights for reliability. So I really enjoy flashlights to come from Olight and from Ace Beam and stuff like that. But when it comes to just feeling like it's built like a tank, I usually kind of gravitate towards Phoenix. Now, I only have one recommendation for your keys. I own a lot of key organizers, but this has been my key organizer since it debuted. It's been out for almost 6 months, and I haven't deviated from it. I do enjoy some of my older setups that I have when it comes to these for my old key setups, but the Orbit Key Pro is just, it's goated. It gets the job done. It lets for me to use it easily with no issues. The thing I like about this is that they've added this little swing mechanism right here, which allows for you to, when you pull that up, it exposes a key that you find important. Okay, so this key is the key to my tonneau cover. I use it all the time because I keep my tonneau cover locked. So I have that specific key. When I swing it around, it exposes that key for me. If you want to keep your house key on there, or if your keys to your vehicle were to fit right there, you can do that. So all the other keys are in here as well. Those all kind of come out when you push them out, and I don't use those as often. Keys to my gun cabinet, or the front door to my house, or the lock to my bike or whatever. I don't use those every day. But my tonneau cover, I use that a lot. It does have high quality leather. The second part that I would recommend for your EDC would be the secret cash system. This is going to be just somewhere where you can just keep a little bit of cash stored at the ready at any time. I normally keep a $20 or a $50 bill in there. And if I'm somewhere where they don't take a credit card, or if I need to pay for something very quickly, and I don't want to use my credit card because I don't trust the establishment, I have a little bit of cash stored up by Wingback. I think this is a great combination at a minimum that you can use. I do have a magnet here, which lets for you to connect other keys to it. I don't think that's a necessity. If you have these two combinations, I think you're going to be good to go. You can just slap your key fob directly on that split key ring. The last thing to talk about, I think that you should keep on you every day, is going to be wallets. Now, I'm going to tell you some wallets that I use very, very often. I'm going to show you kind of like an entry point wallet that is, if you're kind of the type of person that likes to keep everything organized, you don't mind to have a little bit of a bigger wallet. Then I'm going to just talk to you about the Lockbee Sidekick. I've been using this extensively since it dropped. It's starting to get some wear and tear and some patina, well, not really patina on wax canvas, but just starting to get the character from folding it up and keeping it in my pocket. The thing I like about this is that it lets you keep a full size pen in this bad boy. I have my iPod Touch in here, which I could just have with me at any time if I go to the store or whatever. It does have a small notebook area. Instead of an iPod Touch, if you wanted to, you can get an A7 size notebook and slip it in there. It lets you put up to 6 cards, although I have almost 20 cards in here. Just kind of show that, you know, you can actually put more in here that you want to. I keep mine well organized where normally here's my debit and credit cards, here's my IDs and all that good stuff. And normally here I have business cards, which I've given out, I have to restock. Little area in the back for you to slip some cash. I love this wallet. This thing is great. But if it's a little bit too big for you, I'm going to recommend a wallet that costs over $100, but this could be a one and done wallet for you. Okay. I really was thinking about maybe suggesting some wallets from, from Esker and all the other type of stuff. But this Proof wallet, I've featured this several times. The reason I'm recommending this is because of their warranty. Now, the company itself has been out for less than 2 years, but I've seen online people utilizing the warranty process and they've not had any complaints. This is going to cost you over $100, but this thing can hold 25 cards and up to 20 folded bills underneath the leather strap. So the one that I've been carrying the most here is the full grain leather. You can see mine starting to get a nice little bit of patina on there. But all you have to do is just pull up on this strap here to access your cards. And it can hold up to 25 cards. You push it back down, it pushes the strap back down. So very easy to use. This company is veteran founded and veteran run. So I like that as well. I've changed my hardware to the gold hardware. So I think that kind of gives it a little bit of a spice to it. It does have aerospace grade aluminum on it. I've engraved my name on it. They will do that for you on their website. But they also just recently came out with a ballistic nylon, which feels very good. I haven't had a chance to carry this very often. So how's this going to age? Is it going to fray? I don't know. That's something that has to be tested out. But it does just feel really, really good. And the thing I like about this is that you still get that full grain leather accent. It still can carry your cards just like that. But if you don't want to necessarily have the leather, just leather everything, then you can go with the nylon. Here's the thing. They have this dog ate my homework. Someone stole my wallet. I accidentally kicked my wallet in a sewer drain warranty. They replaced the wallet for any reason. No questions asked. All you have to do is prove that you bought the wallet. So if you have an email laying around of a confirmation email or whatever, they'll just send you another one. And I thought that was a little bit crazy. I was like, hey guys, that warranty is just excessive. But if you think about they're placing themselves in the area of Ridge wallets, which are usually hovering around $100 or more than $100, and premium leather wallets, they're offering a heavier warranty than any of those companies. And when you offer a warranty that big, I think that you could demand the price that they're asking for, which I still think is reasonable. So those are my recommendations when it comes to beginner, brand new. If I had to start over, EDC. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that we could mention, things that just doesn't make sense for you right now. I mean, I'm carrying a fixed blade today that would easily run you over $300. But you don't need to start off with a fixed blade. That's not a necessary thing to do. I just enjoy carrying this. I've evolved to this point. But you may get some of this stuff and hate it. You may hate the concept of having to carry this stuff on you every day. So I don't want to recommend stuff that's going to cost you an egregious amount. But comment down below, what did I miss? I know that we could have added some multi-tools. I know we could have added some hanks. I know we could have talked about pins or bags or slings or whatever. I didn't talk about any of that crap, because I don't think that's what beginners need. If you're first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.